Has it started?
Yeah, we have started. It's official. It is official.
Yes, first
First episode, baby.
Okay, so we're gonna start, I think, by introducing ourselves.
Okay.
So, my name is Alex. I'm 23, about to turn 24 in a couple of weeks.
Bitch.
Yeah. I'm a Virgo.
We're going in.
Yeah, I think that's really it for me.
Here's my location. Let me send it to you.
Here's my social security.
Guys, just put a comment
Credit
in the
card
comments.
number.
No biggie. All that.
Okay, your turn.
Oh my god, now I'm kind of nervous. My name is
God.
Alec. I'm 23 and a half. And I'm a Pisces. What else did you say?
I have no idea.
Shit.
I
Okay.
remember.
I'm pretty, and I know this is gonna be great. I'm really excited.
Okay, so I think the first question, it's not written on here, but I just thought about it right now because I feel like, are there enough podcasts in the world? Yeah.
Yes.
But
very much so.
I also love to talk.
Yes.
You love to talk.
Oh, I love to talk.
We have great conversations, which I know everybody's like, we have great conversations, but I have a lot of fun in our conversations.
Totally. And
we go on a lot of tangents and stuff like that, but I feel like...
Get a little kooky.
Yeah, but I feel like the appeal of a podcast especially is that we have this space where we can just ramble off and talk about whatever we want. It's like not even... It doesn't have to be anything of, substance or whatever.
Totally.
And if you want to listen to it, you listen to it. And if you don't, you don't. And it's like, are we only going to have three, because Aurelio said he'd watch ours.
Yeah.
Three, which is,
three listeners.
Your boyfriend, my mom, our friend. Three different people. They're not the same.
Yeah, no, three of the same exact person.
But I feel like this is the perfect space. And that's why I wanted to do one. Just because I wanted, a space where I can talk about whatever I wanted. And while I don't know if this is going to go anywhere, probably not. It's not like, I'm in a podcast, whatever.
No, not at all.
But it's, I don't know, it's fun.
It's
and I
fun.
think we have a lot of fun topics.
And at this moment in time, we're recording this in person because we live apart from each other. So this is going to be
different
a rare occasion of when this can happen. So that's cool.
And I think it's fitting that it's the first episode that we get to do this in person. I think that's a lot of fun. We should probably time it so that it's not crazy long, We can see when we hit. I'll just time it on my phone. Right?
Okay.
It would be stopwatch.
Am I gonna cut this out? No, y'all get to fucking listen to this, and that's.
I'm like,
that's
don't cuss, so we can get monetized.
if they want to monetize, can I speak? If they want to monetize us, they'll take us as we are. Okay.
Okay. Ready for the actual first question? I just want to get that out of the way.
Wait, have we said what we're called first? Have we said it yet?
We'll do it on three. Ready? One, two, three.
Wait. No, yeah. That's us. That's what we're called.
That was cute.
Don't ask us why, because you're not going to get much out of the answer.
Okay, so the first official question that I have is, how did we meet? I wrote, how did you meet? As if someone else was asking us the question.
Interesting.
And then I was like, that's too much.
She scratched it out, so it didn't happen.
Yeah. So how did we meet? Because I feel like, of course, it's the same story. Mm-hmm. But I feel like we do come from we have two different perspectives, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
On how we met. So, I don't know. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first? What do we do?
So mine is, I want to say yours is probably a little bit more crystal clear than mine is. And I think that's a fun thing because I kind of like hearing about it. It's really kind of fun for me. I just remember Gray talking, that's my boyfriend. Gray talking about his best friend Alex, and how he's excited for me to meet you, Alex. Mm-hmm. And when he went back home the year we met, that was probably from then on. That was when I really was like, Alex, okay, bestie. And I still remember the very first photo he sent, and it was of you guys. We were just talking about this a little bit ago.
What picture did he send you?
The picture of you guys at the marina or whatever.
Oh, didn't we FaceTime? Oh, well, I'll tell it my side in a second.
Yeah. She'll talk about it. But he sent me the photo of them.
I think you're right. I think I remember a lot more than you do.
Yeah, no, she for sure does.
Like another for never forget
it's because when me and Gray would talk about you, It would be in person sometimes, but it would mainly be like over text, especially when
You're like,
when he
when
went back
we would
home.
talk about you, it wasn't important.
No, I mean, new relationship, butterflies. It's kind of just about us. You're like, oh yeah, Alex, who's that? That's cool, best friend. That's nice. But I was really excited to meet you, and it was a very very good time when I finally met you. But he had sent me the photo of you guys at the marina. This whole time up until maybe like a year ago thought it was them at a restaurant, but no, it was them like at walking around the marina, where they were from, and had no idea. Had no idea, but I thought it was really cute. And what I have to say about that photo from then to now, the glow up, Alex looks so fucking good.
Stop,
she looks so good.
Stop! I'm blushing. I'm like, keep going.
I just think so many things like style, hair, just like
really,
and like
I feel
maturity.
Like I look the same.
I don't think so. I don't think you look the same.
Look the same.
You look different to me. You look.
Is it? People always tell me I'm like older than I am, and
that's maybe what it was, but I don't know. I just think you look. You've changed in like a very positive way.
I will say,
and it's been cool to see that.
Thank you so much. I will say that I feel like I have gone through. I feel like I'm more at peace with myself these days. So I don't know. Maybe that's like what you're referring to. Well, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what exactly you mean, because only you know what you mean. But
I just think that I don't know. The energy is different. It's shifted, and it's.
But I think it's also. I mean, it's the same thing that I can say, about you. I feel like just as we get older, we just naturally kind of mature more, and especially because I feel like
I just thought about something.
What did you think about?
Well, we'll get into it. I just wanted to put it on the record that I thought about something. We'll come back to it probably after we let Alex talk about her side.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So to me, like, and we had when we were planning, doing this podcast, and we had like our little conversation about it,
which has been a process of about like maybe 4 or 5 months.
Roughly, I think the first time. I think we said it at first that I was joking. You were not joking.
Yeah.
And then I came around to the idea because I think I need to stop cringing about the things that bring me joy.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And so I've been working really hard on that.
Same.
And this is something that I know I'm gonna enjoy because I love talking. I'm so excited to talk about a lot of the topics that we planned out. But anyway, I was telling Alec the story about kind of like my first ever interaction with you, which wasn't even technically with you.
Oh, okay.
I was on the phone with Gray like the night after your guys' first date.
Okay.
Like, because if anything, he was like, I don't know, should I do it? And I literally, like, you can ask him. I was like, he's hot as fuck. You should do it. Literally, like,
thank you.
The words that came out of my mouth, I was like, oh no, he's so hot. Like, you should totally do it. And so a little background on that. I act like like there's so many people listening when it's literally just gonna be Gray. Like,
well, that's
he's gonna love hearing this. Like, hearing us, whatever. This isn't about him. But just for context, me and Alex's boyfriend Gray have known each other since we were 14. We were friends in high school. At first, I thought he was the most annoying thing in this world, and I still do. But now it's like I love him so much.
Again, it's shifted.
He's one of the most supportive people in my life, and I remember that. I remember that initial like, should I do it? Me being like, yeah, like you should do it.
Totally.
And then I remember him talking about your first date, and he'd be like, oh my god, that's so cute, like freaking out about it because I just wanted to see him happy.
Yeah. And
like from that first date, literally, like you. Like, I feel like, had so much life after that, that I was excited to meet you because I was like, this is, like, the person who, like, makes one of my favorite people, like, feel his best. You know what I mean? So, like, I remember I was always really excited to meet you, and then, because he'd, like, tell me about you all the time, and so I was like, okay, like, when am I gonna meet him? And then he was like, well, when are you gonna come up? But I felt awkward going up because I didn't really, like, I had gone to high school with his roommates. Yeah. But I wasn't really friends with them. Totally. I thought they were cool, but, like, I wasn't really friends with them. So I was like, oh, it's a little weird. So we did FaceTime that night when he sent you that picture. We FaceTimed for a little bit. Yeah. And I remember you telling me that I was pretty.
Yeah.
And I was like, a keeper.
Yeah. I like the FaceTime call. I like believe it, and I do kind of remember it, but it's also very, very foggy.
Because the thing about me is that I remember anybody who
Because this was 4 years ago, by the way.
That's
this was 4 years ago. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, because Gray was in his blonde era. Yeah, and I just remember, and then like the first time we actually met, I feel like there wasn't even a period of like awkwardness or anything. At least for me personally.
No, I think it was pretty natural.
Like we just automatically clicked.
Especially because I think in that first year or whatever, I feel like that was maybe the early starts of you guys like FaceTiming and talking more frequently and like whatever. So like I really got to know you with all of that, and like it really prepared me to meet you in person like a year later, like absolutely. IRL.
And yeah, so I just kind of remember that. Like I remember being like, oh, I hope it's not awkward, and then I remember getting there and it. Oh no, not even. I met you for the first time when you guys came down, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I remember like bracing myself just in case it was, you know, like.
And here comes, we're close to one of the things that I remember.
Yeah, and especially I feel like during that time too, like not to bring up like, you know, traumatic shit or whatever, but I was so protective of Gray at that time.
Yeah.
Because of just like, you know, some things that had happened. And so I remember like kind of having my guard up for Gray, which is so like weird, but I don't know, I did. And
that's how best friends should be.
Yeah, and I remember like meeting you and I was like, no, vibes immaculate. Like this is good. And then we started talking and we have a lot of the same interests. And we would joke that I am you in a wig and because we are so alike.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I don't know, that's like kind of what I recall. And I feel like at first it was kind of like, oh, like you're my best friend's boyfriend. And like now like I do legitimately consider you like one of my best friends.
Yeah.
And so
that first trip up, didn't we see each other like multiple times? Like wasn't it more than just one night?
I don't remember. But I do remember the first time that I went up, there were like 2 days where it was just you and me.
Yeah.
And I feel like that really finished like
that was sweet.
Yeah, solidifying, is that the word? Like solidifying our friendship. Because I feel like we started being friends because of Gray.
Yeah.
And so now we're like friends in our own right, I guess. Like even right now, like Gray's not here, but it's still, we're good, we're friends, like we're, you know, chilling. And so, so I don't know. So that's a long answer, but say what you wanted to say and then we can move on to the second one.
So one of my core memories, if you will, of our friendship is not like a super positive one. It's kind of a bummer, but it was on not is she making a face right now? You guys can't like, see it, obviously.
Wait, are you gonna call me out for something?
No, so I mean, and we can like whatever if like you don't, you know, whatever. But it was the first time we went up and the first time we met. Not the like exact first time.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
So we met up with you at In-N-Out. And
I was bawling my eyes
out. She was bawling her eyes out.
We'll talk about it is after the Carly Rae Jepsen concert.
Yes.
That's what it was. Without like getting into too many details.
Which we don't need to. It's not necessary.
Yeah. Well, no. I had a friend that had said some really icky things. Some really icky things that, well, me and that person aren't friends anymore.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because of this moment, but that moment did kind of open my eyes and it made me realize
more
things.
It was a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, down the line. And yeah, and I was like crying my eyes out in this In-N-Out. I remember one of the workers came out and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, my friends are about to get here." Okay, sorry, continue.
No, I just it was very interesting because of course like this was one of the early moments knowing each other, so I did feel kind of unsure of how to talk in this situation, because even though we have talked, you know, on and off like through Gray and like through whatever over the past like year before we met in person, so it was just interesting to kind of navigate that in that moment. But I do remember, even though it was like, how do I like talk about like her with this? Because I don't fully understand all the things that are going on.
But
like,
you know, whatever. Knew the whole story.
No, I totally didn't. And I don't even know if I still kind of do. But like that's for another time. Yeah, that's for another time.
When there's not a microphone.
When there's not a microphone, yeah. But anyway, I do remember like just like feeling really sad because I was very connected to this person that I had known, not
Probably not
again
even like a
like
year at that point.
yeah, I felt very connected to her, to you. So it did like bum me out. Because I'm a very emotional person at my
Yeah.
core. So like it didn't make me feel good to see you crying.
And I was like,
It was pretty
it was
intense. It
yeah.
was intense crying.
That's embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed.
No, it's okay. And I don't think to this day
At
I've
least
seen
it
you
was,
cry
like,
like that, which
at
is
least-
you know.
And you've seen me cry a lot.
Yeah.
You've seen me cry a lot.
No, I've seen her cry, but like not that
Loads
much.
of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I forgot all about that.
Yeah. Which is so funny because it's one of the things that I like think about.
And it's so funny too because that Carly concert, I feel like is one of my favorites concerts
really
I've ever
fun.
been to.
That was really fun.
Topic concerts.
Yes.
Because we'll have to talk about the Joy Simon thing.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, bitch.
Okay, but that's a different side.
Okay.
But
we'll wrap up this topic in a second.
Start that one.
Yeah.
I've only ever met one famous person, and you won't even know who it is, which is so sad.
I've met a couple. And I will for sure talk about them because they were sweet.
Okay, we'll do a celebrity episode.
Yeah.
But anyway, oh my god, look at the photographer, Relio.
Wait, the photographer?
Yes!
The photographer.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Okay, we'll have to get him on. It might be kind of hard.
It might be.
I've heard his schedule is a little.
It's a little busy.
Yeah. But that's okay. I have connections.
Yeah, me too. But anyway, which is funny because that's one of my favorite concerts I've ever been to, and I completely forgot that I lost my shit right after it.
Well, again, we'll have to like talk about it another time because briefly I'll say she looked our way and she totally was vibing with how we were vibing. And anyway,
well, we were
we'll
so
get to
close.
it. We'll get to it.
Okay, so the second question I have is, which I feel like we kind of already got into it. We kind of already talked about it.
Okay.
But it was first impressions. But I feel like we kind of talked about it as we were saying. Like, my first impression of you was definitely like, this is the sweetest boy alive. Well, now I know that you can have like you can be mean, but like I feel
if
like
I
you're
need to
natural.
be, I don't like doing it.
Yeah,
it makes me very uncomfortable, and it's not something that's
but
whatever.
You are like so freaking sweet. You know what I mean? Like I remember being like, if anything, like you were so nice that I was like, I don't know if I trust it, you know. But then, kind of the more within that first time that I met you, that we started talking, I was like, no, he is the real deal. Like he's actually just this nice. So I don't know. That was like my first impression of you. And again, that you were like really handsome.
Thank you.
I remember that. I was like, oh my god, he's so hot.
Thank you. I try. I think it's just wild looking at photos of Gray and I. Back then, it's just like wild. I was pretty cute, but I don't know. We were also like babies at the same time. It's kind of wild. So anyway, that kind of had nothing to do with first impression of of what she just said, but that doesn't matter. It's fine. I just thought about it, and again, this is one of the things that's gonna happen. We're gonna go off on things that aren't I was gonna say relative. Okay, aren't relevant. I would say my first impression of you, I think I just knew that you were gonna be just a really like sweet and like happy person.
And then you were so disappointed when you actually met
me. No, not at all. Because as soon as we were able to both like fuck with Gray and like we were able to like vibe on that.
So we gang up on Gray so much, and it's
and
so
he was just
funny.
like, okay, I don't know about this. This is a lot. He was like, I can't have two of you. You know? I don't know. I just knew you were going to be someone I could just like vibe with and like connect with and like, you know, you're my girl who, if I say this random TV show that like nobody's gonna know, she's gonna be like, no, yeah, without hesitation. Wait, no, yeah. I know that. Like she's without hesitation, she's gonna know what show I'm talking about. And he just said we're here. So
okay,
well we'll pause.
And now a break for our sponsor.
And now a break for our sponsor. Okay, and we're back. If we actually had a sponsor, that's probably where it would have gone. Is that ever gonna happen? Maybe not. But we like to have fun here. We like to, it's fun to pretend.
We like to be delusional here.
Yeah, no, delusion is key. What was I saying? my first impression of you.
That was really nice and sweet, and I was like,
nice
disappointment.
And no, definitely not disappointed at all. I think I don't know. Even with the sass, even with the Latina baddiness, even with all of that, like Alex is a very very sweet, caring, loving person, and she will be there for you, even at the she's flipping her hair right now. She's like, yes.
I like feeling it.
Even if she's in her darkest hour, she's gonna be there for you.
You're so sweet.
So I don't know.
I'm gonna think about that all day tomorrow.
I knew she was gonna be a very good friend.
People are gonna be like, this podcast just sounds like you being in love with each other. Like, that's it. That's the podcast.
Well, we are. Plot twist. Wait. No. Right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So for our last thing, especially because we now have
we have people we have to go hang out with, I guess. And don't worry, you guys. This one is probably going to be a little bit shorter than maybe usual. Who honestly knows? And 2, maybe the most chaotic one, but also because we don't know what we're doing. But at the same time, like also, it might still be chaotic here on out. Who knows? Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. So we talked about this. This was the original first episode topic.
Okay.
That we were like, but I was like, well, no, we should kind of give like an introduction, even though again, it's just gonna be our 3. Because remember, he'll listen. Yeah.
Well, I'll post it on my Insta. I got
You got homes and different video clips?
Well, I was trying to think of this is not going to make sense to anybody who doesn't know, but Gray, my boyfriend, he calls his loyal followers his Graybees. So I was trying to Graybees, not rabies. I was trying to think of something just a little infectious. I was trying to think of something for myself, but I couldn't think of. Anyway, my loyal followers will maybe check it out. So like we might have like max like 20 listeners or something.
Okay.
Like,
I feel like that's being generous, but yeah.
Sorry, 13. My bad.
Okay, so for the last one, I thought because personally, me and Gray, actually, he's the one who kind of introduced me to this. When we meet new people, we always ask Desert Island, top 3, and we'll do different categories. Okay. So I have 3 different categories for us. Okay. So first is you're stranded on a desert island. That's the point of this. Yep. You can only take 3 movies. Don't question. Sometimes when I say this, people are like, well, "Why do I have like electricity in an island?" It's not the fucking point.
No, it's not the point.
Let me find out how bad your taste in movie is, and then we can move on.
The point of this is so I can bully you.
Exactly.
I'm gonna bully you.
But it does, honestly, like not even in a bad way. Like I feel like asking these questions really does let me know what kind of person,
At the end of the day, it's always interesting.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm going to bully you if I don't agree with your choices.
Absolutely. But it's also like you could also have the same one as me, and I'm like,
spooky.
So
I have a feeling we won't, which is fine. Yeah. Which is fine because even though we're so Latina baddie connected, we do have different tastes.
Yeah.
Some are very similar, spooky similar.
Yeah.
But
very spooky similar.
At the same time, we are our own people. Okay. So
So do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? Actually, you go first because I think I need to finalize.
Okay, she's gotta edit, re-edit, send it to someone, and edit again.
Exactly.
So my desert island movies, and it's 3. Okay. Am I saying them in order of like?
No, just
just any. Okay. Ooh, okay. One of them is going to be fairly new. And I'm gonna have to say Luca, which is is it Disney Pixar? Is it the combo?
I think so.
I think so. I don't think it's not just Disney. I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong, baddies in the comments, okay? Anyway, Luca, that's for sure one of them because I don't care what you think. Unless you are a person in the ABCD LGBT plus community,
BLT.
In the BLT and the WXYZ. What if I had said the letters incorrectly? I did the alphabet wrong. Anyway, the elemental X.
Just go say it.
um. Anyway,
Damn,
unless
made
you
you play
like,
too
unless
much.
you're like a part of the community, like honestly, you probably are just aware generally
Mhm.
of like things of even right now, like if you know, you know. Unless you're able to like notice that stuff, like you're not gonna see all of like the little nooks and crannies of like, oh, this is not just like a sweet like friendship between these two guys, to these two young boys. It's a sweet like little relationship that they have, like the jealousy, there's a lot to it.
Mhm.
So it made me cry every time I watch it. I cry. I haven't seen it that many times, but it makes me cry when I watch it. It's very sweet. So that's number one.
Okay.
Number two might be kind of surprising, and I'm not even gonna say that it's something I would like while I'm there would watch constantly.
Mhm.
But The Blind Side with Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
There's maybe some controversy between
Yeah,
like
'cause
the
the whole like white
story and
savior
the
thing.
movie and the white savior, all that. That's a little
But
whatever.
Sandra Bullock, ugh,
And I don't know. It's something
it's
that
sweet. It's a sweet
it really gets to me and it really makes me cry.
movie. Mhm.
I haven't
I
watched it in a
feel
long time, but
I feel like the way you feel about The Blind Side is probably the way I feel about The Freedom Riders.
okay.
I grew up watching that movie. I love that movie,
Yeah.
but it is so problematic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like if it's on, like my ass is gonna sit down and watch it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I could see that. But that's one of them, which every time I tell someone about that, it seems so random. And
Mhm.
like, I get it. I really do. I get it. But it's one of those things.
You're just not like other girls.
I'm just not like other girls,
Yeah.
okay? And my third, that ooh. See, one thing you need to know about me is I really am a diehard fan of like animated movies, specifically family movies, kids movies, whatever you want to call them. I say the movies for anybody, but again, we can argue about that on another day because I don't care. Anyway, um, maybe The Incredibles, honestly, because
Yeah,
that
I
is
like
the
the
movie
movie.
that I named my cat after. One of
Mhm.
them. His name is Dash. One of my two cats.
Fucking menace.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry,
just
that slipped. Just slipped out.
that wasn't even for the pod. That was not for the pod. She
He
just said
bit
it.
me.
He still loves you.
No,
He's
he
just a
doesn't.
little
He's a
misogynistic.
misogynist.
He's a little misogynistic.
He hates me because I'm a woman.
He's a gay misogynist. And yes, those do exist, by the way. Quite unfortunate. Anyway, and my cat's one of them, but that's fine. Whatever.
That really did slip out.
It did. It did slip out. That was kind of funny.
Okay.
No, but The Incredibles, just because I have an attachment to it, and again, like I named my cat after Dash,
Oh, yeah.
and his full name is Dashel.
Coincidence?
Anyway,
I think not.
yeah, I really like it, and I think those would be my three. And like over time, that'll probably change. The Blind
Mine
Side has
change all the
always
time.
like has stuck for a while, probably since that movie came out, which is weird, but it'll probably change, But right now, I think that's probably my three.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
mine change probably every time.
Mm-hmm.
I do this
Which
because
is fair.
I have so many favorite movies.
Me too.
But I think right now what I'm gonna go ahead and say is Bride of Chucky.
Okay.
I love that movie. I've loved Chucky for forever. But Bride of Chucky because it has the ultimate goth bimbo, Jennifer Tilly, as Tiffany Valentine.
No, honestly, probably
She looks so good in it.
my favorite
Mhm.
favorite one out of them.
Yeah. And so, yeah, absolutely. Like the moment I saw her, I was like, "This is the coolest bitch I've ever seen." So yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
What's it
Not
called?
number one, but one of them.
Yeah, one of them. I'm also gonna say Scream.
Okay.
As you can tell, we're in my room right now, and I have multiple Scream posters. I love
For
that
sure,
movie.
one of
I
them.
love the way that the first couple times that I watched it as a kid, it spooked me for
Mhm.
sure. But it's just I love quoting it. It's just so good.
She has
And
T-shirts. She has posters.
yes,
She
I
has
love,
paintings.
love.
All of
Oh
it.
my god, yeah, I do.
You
Actually.
do have paintings.
Ooh, this sounds like I have a problem.
No.
I do. I just love this. I just love this movie. I feel like it was really original for its time, even though it was a slasher.
Yeah.
Um,
It's fucking iconic.
yeah, and it's still so good. And what's it called? Neve Campbell is just also one of my favorite actresses. I
Oh,
love her so
gorgeous.
much.
Gorgeous too.
And it has Matthew Lillard. I love him.
Ugh.
He is. I love him so much.
An icon.
I will watch anything he's fucking in. I love him.
An icon.
He has hit after hit after hit.
Very sweet human, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Also, like emo boy in my dreams.
You know,
absolutely.
allegedly, because we don't actually know him, but like very sweet human, I think.
I follow him on Twitter, and I feel like it might be the same thing.
Oh,
that's
okay.
very bold of me to say, but
she said it here first,
for
y'all.
the last one, now this movie, I can nap to this movie, I can clean to this movie.
Okay.
I've seen it so many times, but I love it. It's forever a comfort movie of mine, and it is the 4th Harry Potter, which I know a lot of people are like, that is the worst Harry Potter.
Remind me which one that is again.
That is the Goblet of Fire. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Okay, wait, the way I love that one too.
Okay, so I get a lot of shit for that because
it's really good. It's sad.
Yes, and people are always like, that's the worst one. Like, the 3rd one is the best one. And when I was a kid, yeah, for sure, the 3rd one was probably my favorite because of the time traveling or whatever.
Sure.
Like, spoilers.
Bitch, for who?
I know.
For people who lived under a rock. Not that that's bad. It's kind of bad.
It's bad.
But
yeah, that movie, and it's long too, so I could literally nap at the beginning of it and still wake up to see the end.
Yeah.
So it's like.
And by the way, that's like perfect for Alex.
Yeah, I love that movie. The whole Harry Potter series is really good. It's very unfortunate that J.K. Rowling is.
Who? I don't know who that is.
Exactly. Yeah, fucking transphobe piece of shit.
I don't know who that is.
But so yeah, that's really unfortunate. But I do love the fourth Harry Potter movie. So I will say that one almost never changes. The other two change kind of frequently, but that one never changes.
Never changes. Okay.
Yeah, and I want to say an honorable mention to 50 First Dates.
Stop.
Yeah.
Wait, can I have an honorable mention?
You can have an honorable mention.
Mine would be. Are y'all ready for this? Because I don't think you are. Fools Rush In.
I love that movie with Salma Hayek.
Don't Google it. It'll have like a Rotten Tomato score of like 15 or something.
Okay, but they just don't understand. They just don't understand it, and it's so good. It has Matthew Perry in it too, and I feel like it's when both of them were like at their absolute prime.
Yeah, except he was dealing with stuff, so that's quite unfortunate.
But he did so well in that movie. He did. I love that movie so much. Salma Hayek, anything she's in.
Oh God, that's a queen.
With maybe the exception of like the second Grown Ups, I feel like that's where I was like, Selma, honey.
Yeah.
Do we really need this coin?
Yeah.
You know? But
I
whatever.
don't. You know, maybe it was just for the fun. She was like, I need to do something stupid.
I don't know. Anyway,
stupid and fun, and I can go on set and like not even feel like it's a job.
That's a fun one.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Fools Rush In for me is my honorable mention.
Okay.
Yours was, say it again.
50%.
Yeah, and I also love that.
Barrymore.
Oh, Drew.
What's it called? Okay, so we're gonna move on to shows, but I do think we should kind of just like unload that one just because we are on.
It's been 35 minutes.
Yeah, 35 minutes.
36 minutes. Yeah.
So okay, so you went first on that one, so I'll go first on this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
For shows, here's my thing. Propaganda. Yeah. Law and Order SVU. Here's the thing: is I've watched it since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And here's the thing is that I know I say like oh yeah, I've watched it since I was a kid. I had no parental supervision as a child.
And side note, here's the thing. Also, could have been like a title for this podcast, but again, But again, topic for another day.
But yeah, I had no parental supervision, and I used to watch Law and Order SVU. And then during the pandemic, when the pandemic first hit, I decided to watch the whole thing because I've seen like sporadic episodes, but I had never seen it all the way through. So I decided to do that. I was like, I love this show. I know it has its issues. I know it does, but something about it, I just love that show. And
it has a hold. It has a hold on you.
Yes.
And it's the what's the word? It's like the. Damn,
I
bitch.
wish you guys could see the face when you did that.
It's like the wow. Hello.
Yeah,
the grasp. It's the.
Oh my God, these have pockets. I didn't even realize that. Sorry.
She's discovering things of her pants. It's like the energy. It's the vibes.
It's because she's discovering.
She's discovering things in her pants. It's her penis.
Don't put that in there.
She doesn't have one. We're just being funny.
I like to give the disclaimer that I don't have a penis.
Sorry, Miss Gabby. We're joking.
But anyway, no, I'm shy. Yeah. So Law and Order SVU.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm spacing. Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh yeah.
Specifically with Dennis Farina, and I know that's a very bold thing to say,
Mm-hmm.
especially because they just kind of remade a lot of these same episodes.
Yeah.
That one it's long as shit, so it would last me a really good time.
Yeah.
In the desert,
Mm-hmm.
because remember the rule for the movies is that you can only take what's already out.
Yeah.
So Law and Order, yeah, I have about 22 seasons.
It can't be like, oh, there's a new season coming out
Yeah,
in like a
no.
year or two. Like I
You
would have
only
that.
get what's already out.
What's already out.
Yeah, a lot of seasons of Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
I really
would you
fuck
have
with that
like
show.
a quote complete set? Is that what you would have?
Absolutely, I would have.
Because you can have the thing.
one with Robert Stack and Dennis
Okay.
Farina.
Okay.
What's it called? So yeah, I would do Unsolved Mysteries, and then the last one. Listen, I know I'm just watching it right now, and I know this is kind of cringe, but I might actually dare to say Naruto.
Oh wow,
Naruto,
this is a development.
Which is so cringe.
This is a recent thing, you guys. This is a recent thing.
But it's made me cry. It's made me laugh. Like it gets me. It gets
She's
me
farther ahead in the story than I am.
Mm-hmm. So I can't really like talk about it.
Yeah.
But,
hopefully, soon I'll catch up and all
so,
that.
Yeah, I will say Naruto. I do love it. Which we might have to have an episode on like our favorite animes.
Oh,
but,
for sure.
Because Naruto isn't my absolute favorite.
I have one that you need to watch. It's a Ghibli. We watched it last night with Sammy.
Okay.
You're gonna cry.
Okay.
I'm not. You're going to
called?
cry. It's called When Marnie Was Here. If any of y'all know that for whatever reason.
That sounds sad.
When Marnie Was Here.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna tell you why you would cry, because you'll know. You'll know. Tell me. No, you'll know.
But anyway, so yeah, I might actually dare to see Naruto. The same thing. I don't know. Would you consider Shippuden and? I'm just gonna consider the whole thing.
Yeah.
Besides when they're all grown up, because I feel like that's kind of like.
Yeah.
Whatever, but no, yeah. So.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm pretty sure, and Gray would correct me if I was wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong. All the novels, like 1 through 79 or whatever, that includes before the time jump and after. There's like,
okay.
So it's not just like it. So it's all of it. So
okay,
you would be.
So I would say the whole thing then.
It would be all of it.
Yeah. So it's just like I don't know. It's a lot of fun. So I would say that, and that's like it's like the perfect show. Actually, oh no, I'm gonna change it. I am gonna change it.
No.
It's the telenovela that I'm watching right now. It's called Las Santas No Van al Cielo. I'd probably do that one. It's really long. And it's so much fun. It has the dad from Jane the Virgin in it, and it's just so much fun. And so actually, I would say that
the
with
one with
my
like the like pepper like hair, like silver, like
yes,
he's so handsome. He's so handsome, and his voice,
he's so good.
He's so handsome.
Anyway, so I would do that with Naruto being my honorable mention.
Okay.
Okay.
My 3 shows. Let me see. Ooh. Okay, some of y'all are gonna
be real mad at me.
Some of y'all are gonna be real mad at me, but it has to be said. I'm not gonna lie. I would have Friends be one of them.
Okay.
And
Friends is funny.
People,
it's just, yeah.
People have and all valid, because all opinions are valid. Well,
you know what's really funny about this?
For the most part.
Hold on. The funny thing about this is that the whole reason that like no one's even said anything and we're defending ourselves so viciously is because I feel like we have both probably been teased by Gray about like these things. Maybe you not see your face, but
honestly,
sure.
You know what? I'll call him out. It's not even Gray. It's my best friend Jackson. My best friend
For
Jackson.
Me, it's my best friend Ray, so it's like
he does not like Friends. I'm fairly confident in that. Anyway, and he'll hear this, and you know what? We'll probably talk about it as soon as he hears this. But
get like a minute.
He's the one I'm pretty sure who gives me shit for it, and doesn't not like actively, not like all the time. Because again, I don't even talk about it that much. But it is one thing that like I would watch with my family, and like it is really funny, and I love it. Yeah, Friends would be one of them. Another one would probably be. Ooh, honestly, shows is probably harder for me than movies because I watch a lot of different shows. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say it just because I'm really into it right now. I really fucking love Elite on Netflix. It's so good.
My girl
it's so good. And like, It's just really good. It's really good. I'm on season 2. I haven't been able to watch for like a week or so just because of, traveling and like whatever. But it's so good. Maybe I'll watch it tonight, like before I go to bed, or like stay up late and watch it. Anyway, Elite, I'd probably want that. Um, it would have to be just the 5 seasons that are out right now because again, they got renewed for a 6th season. Okay. Anyway, so it wouldn't include that, but the 5 seasons that are out, I would have that.
Okay.
And then my third thing, honestly, would probably be, it'd probably be an anime. Probably be an anime show. And let me think, which one do I really like? No, it's not going to be Fruits Basket. I'm really sad to say. I'm sorry.
Fruits Basket
it's not.
is my favorite anime. I don't give a fuck if it's girly. I love it.
Who cares about that?
I watch it once a year since I was like 14.
If something is good,
and then they came out with the 2019 version.
Yeah,
so good.
If something is good, you should feel no shame. You should be able to watch it. That's fine. It's not that, but I do like that. My third show, ooh, you know what? I want to give a real answer and not just try and make something up. So we'll have to come back to that.
Okay.
I will give you my third one and maybe, think about it even deeper for the next podcast. Okay? So for that, for 2 shows for sure I already mentioned, but the third we'll come back to it.
Okay.
And then I think our last thing for today is going to be music albums.
Yes.
And I'm going to go first.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll have a lot of explanations, and I say that, but it might happen anyway. But my first one. Wait a minute, hold on. Ooh, I just thought of something. Is it albums, or could we have this person's like discography?
No, that's albums.
Albums, and just one per like artist or whatever.
3 albums. You could have an honorable mention.
Okay.
But 3 albums. Because if you do someone's entire discography, I feel like that's too easy.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I want to see what's
in
your soul.
My first one is probably going to be Bloom by Troye Sivan.
Period.
My boy.
Your bestie.
My gay king. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Troye Sivan is going to be
like the YouTuber?
Yes, that's how I started getting into him. I watched
too.
all of his YouTube videos. Anyway.
Someone
his original songs, like his old original songs, all that. Anyway. He has he has a song on iCloud that was on his like first EP that he did an alternate version that's on his SoundCloud, and I kind of fuck with that more than the original, just because the way I listen to music, I think of like music videos that would go with the song, and I visualize it in that way. Anyway, again, like time for another time, whatever. But Bloom would be by Troye Sivan would be one of them. Another one would be hold on. Actually, I need to look at my music if this is allowed.
I know, I have to,
Judge, is this allowed?
Yes, because I have to Google the exact name of the album.
Okay. The other album. Okay. And these are all, none of them are like really old at all. Another one would probably be Miley Cyrus's Plastic Hearts, because I personally believe that's probably her best album so far, because I think it just feels so much like her. I think the music is like this, like imagine you were wanting to do music and you were like, one day this is how I picture myself and how I perform and how I sound and like the music I want to write and like sing. This album, I feel like, is that for her in my eyes. I feel like this is like her. This is her, and all the other stuff, like, for sure, like, that was obviously her and she liked it and all that, but I feel like this album really was like a piece of her heart that she gave to the audience. Absolutely. So Plastic Hearts, and also Hearts, I just said Hearts. Anyway, Plastic Hearts, Miley Cyrus, Bloom, Troye Sivan. I would also probably, to a lot of people's surprise, I'm not going to include any Ariana Grande in like the main ones. That's fine, you can. In my main ones, I'm not going to include, but I'm going to have 2 honorable mentions. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, my other album that I would have with me is going to have to be Miss Carly Rae Jepsen's Emotion.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And if we're being generous, it would include side A and side B, just because like even though they came out like a year or whatever apart, I would say they go together, not in like directly, but like they go together in like my mind. So like I could have both,
Oh, this
but
remains so
it would be
definitive.
side A. It would be side A. Okay.
Okay.
And then my honorable mentions would be Troye Sivan's very first EP, which was
Happy little happy.
that was on it. That was on it. It was TRXYE. That was his EP. His very first EP was TRXYE. He used to get shit for it, and people would be like, "Is that say Trixie? Is that your first album?
That.
Like, is its name Trixie?" No, bitch. It's TRXYE.
Yeah,
Get with
I
it.
remember that. That's
And
funny.
like that's stan behavior. Like, sorry, and like I'm really defending that, but whatever. Anyway,
yeah, absolutely.
that would be one honorable mention, and number two would probably be an older album of Ariana Grande's.
Okay.
And I think I would have to say, looking at them, probably My Everything.
Really?
Probably, I think so.
Okay.
I really do like Yours Truly, her first one, just because it is
good,
like.
Yeah, that one had some good ones.
Fuck
Maybe
it. Actually, you know
song.
What? Yours Truly would be
choice,
it.
For sure.
Just because so many of them on that album are just like I know every single one. I know every single. I know all of her songs actually. To be completely honest,
I think I might also do 2 honorable mentions.
But anyway, those are my albums. Okay, and then Alex, take her home.
Okay, I'll probably wrap it up just because like they brought us paletas and I really want one.
Yeah, and like we have to watch a movie. We have a long night ahead of us.
Okay, so the first one I'm going to say is "The Devil and God Are Raging Inside of Me" by Brand New. I love this album. I love this album so much.
Okay.
It it was one of those things where I would listen to it as a teenager, and it's like maybe one day I'll grow out of this. And as an adult, I still love it. It is so unfortunate.
She has grown.
Listen, it is so unfortunate that the lead singer turned out to be absolute trash and a predator. Really let us down. But I do love that album. It's so good.
Okay.
The second one I'm gonna say is Tiger Straw. What the fuck? Tiger Straw. There we go. Self-titled album. I saw it live. And I love it. It is my favorite thing.
Okay.
I love it so much. I'm also gonna say Pure Heroine by Lorde. I love that album. Again, it was an album that I loved as a teenager. All of these albums are albums that I loved as a teenager, and I think it's because when I was a teenager, I felt things so intensely that it was like
Love Club is on that, right?
Yes.
Shout out to Love Club.
And you know what's so funny is that I heard the demo of that on Tumblr.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. So I've been a Lorde girly for a really long time.
She's been a Lorder.
And my 2 honorable mentions.
Okay.
Is gonna be the fourth One Direction album that's called 4.
Okay.
Has immaculate. It's so good. And I think my last honorable mention is gonna be Thank You Next by Ariana.
Oh, okay.
I love that album.
We did sing it in the car on the way back from Reno.
We did. It's just so good. Every single song on there.
That was really good. I was gonna say about you had just mentioned something, and I was gonna say something about it. It was right before you said
One Direction thing?
Yes. Did you see really quickly? This is mainly just for me and her, but like you guys are gonna hear it too. Did you see at all on Twitter that Zayn was singing? Was it Night Changes?
Don't talk to me about Zayn because
I wasn't going to.
The shit he talked about Harry, I'll never forgive him. But that's a story for a different day.
Yeah.
For a different podcast. But anyway, so yes, this was our first episode.
Yeah, first episode
of Who Knows How Many. Hopefully, we don't forget about it because we are busy people. So yeah.
And this queen over here is still got to buy her own mic for when I'm not here.
So yeah, I mean, thank you to our 3 listeners for tuning in.
I'm gonna be positive. There's gonna be more than 3. I'm gonna bully my followers on my story to watch to listen to this.
I think it's gonna be like maybe 5.
As far as like, what do you think? Like, as far as how many views like on like the thing, how many listeners on the thing, like what number's gonna be there?
I'm just saying 5.
I'm gonna say 25.
Okay.
I'm gonna be confident. I'm gonna be confident. Okay.
We'll see who wins on the next. We'll see on the next.
Okay. We'll talk about it.
Remember when you called it potty once, and I was like, what the fuck?
I called it that earlier today, and Gray was like, "You are not doing that." And I was like, "No, I won't actually do that." But it's kind of funny.
Okay. Well, it is paleta time.
Okay.
So.
And you guys are gonna hear this here soon.
And sorry that it's so long. Hopefully our next ones aren't this.
I don't
We're
know.
going on an hour.
I'm not mad at it. Because like that's just kind of how it goes, you know.
Yes.
Anyway. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Bye. We'll see you next time. Bye.